So okay, already planned already. Then after that, tomorrow, the later, around like a few hours later, they call me back. They say, I'm sorry, there's a minister coming over tomorrow. The guy name is guy lah. Yeah, the guy. So okay, actually I thought, got what minister? Oh, he's coming down to do a video. So you can't come over. It's not nice for you to come. This is what they told me. So you have to postpone another day. And then I tell myself like, wah, postpone again. This is the second time I kena cock block for this madon.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm with Hafiz and his Propel, giant Propel. Is that advanced or anything, or just Propel?
Propel Advance 2.
Propel Advance 2.
Yeah.
Hafiz, thanks for coming, man. And
thanks,
welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Very unique bike because you have a single chainring and a flat pedals. Could you tell us more about yourself and the bike?
Okay, I've been cycling for around close to 10 years already. I stopped cycling before NS, exactly before I go for my NS. And after that, I started back cycling because my friends started cycling as well. So I got poisoned by them, and then I bought a Java just to give it a try. And I realized that it's actually a shit bike. Then after that, I bought this bike. This is my first aero, and this is one of my first carbon bikes that I own. Yeah, I used to own steel bikes in the past.
Right.
Yeah, and this is a totally different animal. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the components on the bike?
Okay, this bike actually, I bought it stock rim brake. It cost $3,200. It comes with a very heavy wheel set, aluminium wheel set. I actually swap it with a Yoeleo E63, and then $1,200 for that, and then with the Novatec hubs, and then after that I changed the saddle. Previously I was using the power mirror. It's overly hyped. Okay, so it's not for me lah. Unfortunately, it's not for me. So I changed it to the Fizik Antares R1 Evo versus Evo.
Right.
Something like that. Okay. Then after that, I just swap over to the handle. So I'm actually using this Pro Vibe SL. This is an aero bar, and I just swap over the chain rings into a single chain ring, and that's all for the changes on the bike.
Let's start with the pedals.
Okay.
What is the reason for a flat pedals, and what shoes do you wear for this pedals?
Okay, the shoes actually I'm using a Shimano mountain bike shoe lah. Quite grippy. It's actually meant for mountain biking lah. Okay, because the pedal itself here, it has this spikes lah. So it's actually quite sharp. There's a lot of friction going on also. Okay, the reason why I'm using flat pedals because I find clipless uncomfortable. I find it very uncomfortable because I can't change position. Because clipless only one position. When you're using flats, right, you can play around with the toe areas. Like example, when I'm sprinting, I'll be using at the ball of the feet. Then when I'm chilling, I just probably slightly at the back. So I'm using different muscle groups. It works for me. I know I'm not going to get trashed for this, but it works for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried clipless pedals? And
yes, I've been using clipless for around 2 years on my steel bikes, and I don't have a good feeling with it, to be honest. But the good thing is it's very secure. You can't slip. It's very hard to slip, and it's very snug. Power transfer wise, I don't see any difference, to be honest.
Really, even though your shoes are not like a carbon sole base, don't you feel like a loss in power?
Okay, because these mountain bike shoes they're actually quite stiff. The bottom is actually quite stiff. Because definitely a carbon sole or carbon base definitely will have a better stiff, much more stiffer feel. Because I'm also an inline skater, I have carbon boots. So definitely carbon gives a better power response. You can feel every vibration, you can feel. But if you are just using a stiff shoe, it's good enough really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's on the pedals.
Yes.
What about single chainring? Why single and not two chainrings?
Okay, because I seldom use the small chainring. I don't use at all, to be honest. Even for climbs, Back then, before this, it was 52. The stock one was 52. When I was climbing Seswai, I was using 52 with the biggest chainring. So no problem. I got no issue with climbing with big chainrings. Okay, the reason why I go for this wolf tooth because it's designed for mainly for single chainring because of the wide teeth lah. So it bites into the chain and it won't drop off that easily. Yeah, because it's actually quite deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then more or less don't have any issues with the kind of front derailleur sound, that kind of chain rubbing. I don't have that kind of problem. Then once I remove it, it's a lot lighter as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And next on is the Yoeleo wheels. These are China wheels. What hubs are these?
Okay,
Novatec,
this actually comes with the Novatec. This is actually the cheapest you can find. I mean that they also have the DT Swiss, which is a lot more expensive. But I go for this because I heard from reviews that the Novatec is actually quite good. So I just go with it lah.
These wheels, how much do they cost?
Okay, I pay $1,200 with the GP 5,000 plus installation and everything. I bought it from Infinite Labs. They are distributor in Singapore for Yoeleo. So I called them and actually I need assistance because I don't have any tools to remove the cassette everything. So they drive over to my place to get it fixed for me. Really nice guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Chinese Yoeleo wheels compared to very high-end wheels if you've tried?
Okay, I've not tried high-end wheels before, but I actually considering the Zip 404s. But I see the price is actually quite expensive for this kind of level of bikes. It's a bit unnecessary, so I just try something a lot cheaper. Initially, I almost got the Hyper wind space. Then after I asked around, a lot of my friends usually that is using the Hyper wind space, they told me that there's a lot of creaking issues with the spokes. And then so far they told me don't get Hyper. I don't know why. They told me try to get other wheels just to experience other brands. Then share with them more on my experience on this Yoeleos.
Okay.
And they are actually quite good in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth the money.
Right. Have you tried climbing with this bike and these wheels?
Yes, a lot of times, no problem at all.
Really? So you can climb?
Of course I can climb.
So it's not the bike, it's the rider lah.
Definitely it's the rider. I can say it's the rider.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this saddle, you said you were using the S-Works Power Mirror and now you're using the Fizik one.
Yes, correct.
This one, why do you decide to change?
Okay, because the reason why it doesn't fit me, I'm a person who like to move around. Example, when I'm about to climb, I will push myself forward. So when I push myself forward, the power mirror, I'll be sitting on the nose. So the power mirror is actually quite short. Okay, so when I'm sitting directly near the tip, it's going to hurt my balls, man. Very painful. Yeah, so for a long period of time, when example I'm doing a lot of sprinting with my friends, I'll be chasing one another, and then it's quite painful. Yeah, so the only way is for me to get a longer nose saddle. So initially I was considering the Romin. It's a power mirror Romin, the higher end model. It's a lot thinner and slightly longer nose, but sadly it's out of stock. So I can't find it. So this is the only option left lah. It shares the same similarities because it's using the 3D printed thing.
Okay. We haven't mentioned about price yet. So what's the complete price of this build?
Complete price of
this whole bike?
Whole bike. Okay, it's lesser than $6,000. It's around 5,008-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the weight?
The weight last I measured is 7.8. Yeah.
That is quite heavy for a rim brake bike. Must be the wheels, I guess, and the group set.
Correct. But I don't have because my measuring scale is inconsistent. So I tried my friend one, sometimes it's 7.6, sometimes it's 7.4, 7.8. So I don't know which is the true weight.
Right. And what is the performance of the frame as a Propel?
Okay, I like this frame a lot because because of the aerodynamic. It actually works. Coming from a person who's been using steel bikes, for a very, very long time. So any form of resistance, wind resistance, I can just slow down quite a lot. So this is actually my first aero bike. So when I cycle through a lot of headwind, I don't feel tired at all. This is like first time, and I'm always smiling riding this bike. It's like it's a fun bike to ride. rain or shine, I even cycle this on the wet lah.
Yeah.
So no problem.
You have a story to tell us about a Madone that you almost bought.
Man. Okay.
Can you share that?
Okay. Actually, I wanted to upgrade. Okay, this bike, right? I put it up at Carousel a lot of times. When I put it up, a lot of people asking me questions and stuff. Okay, when I'm riding this thing, right, I don't want to sell it. The more I ride this thing, the more I don't want to sell it. So, but still, I wanted to have a better bike lah, because my friends all like psycho me. Hey, you are the only one with Giant. My friends all riding like Super 6 high mods, everything. So okay lah, it's time for me to upgrade. I don't mind spending a bit more for slightly better bike lah. So the bike I'm thinking is actually the Trek Madone. Okay, so the story is I went to Technology at Cascaden. Actually, I wanted to buy. I wanted to pay a deposit. Okay, at that time DBS was down for 2 days. You remember? They were down for 2 days. You cannot access your iBanking, everything. So I cannot get my funds into my account. So there's no way I can make a transaction. Then I left the shop and then I called them again the following day, and then they told me, hey, you can just come over to the mega store. You can come over to the mega store and maybe you can try other sizes, probably a smaller one. So okay, already planned already. Then after that, the later, around like a few hours later, they call me back. They say, I'm sorry, there's a minister coming over tomorrow. The guy name is guy lah. Yeah, the guy. So okay, actually I thought, got what minister? Oh, he's coming down to do a video. So you can't come over. It's not nice for you to come. This is what they told me. So you have to postpone another day. And then I tell myself like, wow, postpone again. This is the second time I kena cock block for this Madone. So kena cock block already. Then after that, I tell myself, just skip this bike lah. Then I just skip. So maybe a good chance for me to actually save more money lah. And then probably get another bike. Yeah. So Madone definitely something is telling me not to get Madone. I don't know why.
So the minister or whoever that guy was at the shop. That's why they told you he was coming over to take a video.
Yeah, correct. Actually, it appeared on his Facebook. Actually, my friend told me that, hey, look, your guy. You know, he sent me the message early morning like, hey, the guy cock block your Madone. I said, wow, yeah, this is the guy, man. Yeah, because of him, I cannot get the Madone. Yeah.
I don't know if this will get flagged on YouTube or not. We talk about minister and everything.
I don't know, but this is the honest thing. I mean, this is what happened. It happens to me. This is real.
So I don't know if Oompa Loompa goes to a bike shop and I want to buy a bike, whether they'll block the whole store for me, and say, hey, sorry.
Hopefully, they have the VIP thing going on.
Oh, it's interesting, man.
I think I can have friends to cycle with, can just let me know. Okay. Probably around this area, Sengkang. Okay. I always cycle around like Seletar base. Probably can do a bit of RTI, I don't mind.
How can they contact you? Are you through Instagram or?
Through Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably link the Instagram account. Okay, we move on to the Instagram question. If you guys want to ask your questions, you can follow me on Instagram and you get the chance to submit your questions. So Hafiz, there's a lot of questions, so try to keep it short, 1 minute. Okay. First question is, why is the stem not slammed?
Because I actually slammed it before already. I slammed by 1 or 2 spaces, and I find it's very uncomfortable. I got numb hands. Yeah, so I put it back, and then it's okay already, no problem.
So luckily you didn't cut the steerer.
Lucky I did not cut the steerer. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ridden the TCR?
Yes.
So the question is
not bad. I like.
Right. So the question is, how does this Propel compare to the TCR?
Okay, TCR, when actually I went to Tay Junction to purchase a bike, I was looking at Propel or TCR. So when I was sitting on TCR, I realized that it felt like too relaxed for me already, like too chill for me. So I'm the type of person I like to chiang one. So I think Propel will suit me better than TCR.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you live with these front cables?
Actually, nothing left. But the only thing that's the problem, it might block the front lights. Sometimes I put my light actually at this spacer at the front. Sometimes when it's blinking, I can see the shadow, I can see the cable shadow. But for me, the light is just to be seen. So it's not to scare anyone, just that as long as people can see there's light, I have to follow the safety regulations.
How is the rim brake performance on this Yoeleo wheelset?
Okay, on dry is good. On wet surfaces, I tell you it's terrible. Yeah, it's quite bad. So if you can go for disc brake, just go for disc brake version. It's a lot better. Actually, I bought this is actually a Swiss stop. This is actually meant for carbon rim brakes. On dry surfaces, it's actually quite good. It's okay. I can handle a bit also, no problem on this. Yeah, but on wet surfaces, it's non-existent.
Oh shit.
So actually, it's a good thing to have flats because I can just.
Oh, this is like MotoGP style, man.
Yeah, I did that actually a lot of times when I climbed down from Faber. Actually, I climbed down from Faber. I was using my shoe. So my friend, when I reached down, I was near the petrol station there. My friend smelled a burnt smell. Actually coming from my shoe. Yeah, I swear. So my friends were like, "Wow, what fuck?" You know, like, "Hey, very smelly, sir. You burn your brakes." I said, "No, it's fine. I was braking using my shoe all along. So it's not working because it was a bit wet at that time." When I was descending Faber, it's quite steep, actually quite dangerous.
But how do you brake with your shoes? Because your saddle is, I mean, normally most people when they're on the bike, they can't reach the ground.
Actually, I can show you a technique which I always do. I always like flats, right? The back of the pedal will actually hit your cuff. So you are doing this. So it's being locked in. This is locked in, and then this will be your brake.
So you have to be off saddle.
Off saddle, yes. Off saddle, and then the nose of the saddle will be touching my back.
Okay. Yeah. Later you demo it. I'll film and then you demo it. Okay. So do you learn this from Fizik or?
Yeah, this is actually from Fizik. Last time Fizik, we are using that the toe thing. I forget what's it called.
The toe clip, right?
It's not toe clip. It's toe clip, is it? Yeah, toe clip the thing. So I can pedal on one leg that time. So I still another leg like that. So I need to open very big.
So for Fizik, how do you stop? Because it's not
Fizik, you stop. You have to.
Back pedal.
Yes, back pedal. But back pedal, when your back pedal too hard, right, you will definitely jam brake. Then you will like skid lah.
Wow.
You can see those YPs, they keep doing that lah. So that's how they brake.
You used to be a YP then?
Yes, technically I am. Actually, I'm worse than them to be honest.
So now you're an OP lah, Opang lah.
I can say OP. Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me look for next question. What is your top speed on this bike?
The fastest I've been is at the Loyang descent. 58 to 60. I saw was 58 kilometers. Can go faster lah, but I a bit scared lah because it's my first carbon bike. I don't want anything to happen. Yeah, and then the wheels also, I still a bit skeptical of the wheels lah.
So you don't want anything to happen to your bike, or not because of you lah? You're not scared to fall down?
For me, fall down, no problem lah. Fall down, at least I can recover, no problem. You can see all the wounds here lah. I've been skating a lot, so I fell a lot. I'm actually used to it. Even broke my thumb also, so no problem. But I'm more worried about the bike actually.
So this is what all cyclists say, right? When they fall down, the first thing they ask is my bike okay?
Yes, definitely.
Not the rider.
Correct, yes.
Because rider we can always recover.
Yeah, we can recover.
The bike cannot.
Yes, correct. That's the thing. Money spent spend a lot of money on this.
But then you go to hospital also, you need to spend money, what?
Technically, touch wood, I never go hospital before.
Or go clinic, get stitches or whatever.
So far, no lah. Thank God lah, never lah.
I mean, I've been there. I got stitches here.
You got stitches, oh my.
Let's just say that it's not a pleasant experience lah. So don't go over your limit. Why not integrated cockpit?
Okay, because this version doesn't have an integrated cockpit. It should be the higher end Propel. The higher Propel, which is the disc brake version, has the integrated cockpit. Yeah, so this is the cheapest, lowest end Propel for this lineup lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't want a front derailleur, why did you use a 105 crank? You should have tried something else that can make it lighter. If weight was the issue.
Oh, actually, I was considering consider getting the power meter version. Basically, it's the Ultegra ones for both. I know it's a bit heavier, but I mean because I'm using a flat pedal, there's no way I can put the Axioma in. The Axioma is a power meter which is using the pedal. Yeah, so there's no way I can use that. So the only way I can use power meter is by using the
crankbase.
Yes. So actually, I was thinking of getting that, but it's so expensive. So currently, I just wait for any used market lah. If there's someone selling like 170 Ultegra crank arm, I'll definitely buy one lah. Yeah.
Back on brake calipers, these are proprietary giant calipers.
Yes, correct. Yeah, proprietary. Yes.
The question is, does these proprietary brake calipers work well, and is it easy to adjust?
They work just fine. To brake, to stop, they just work. They are okay. There's also aftermarket versions for this from Fourier. I've not tried it yet lah, but so far so good on this lah. Yeah, adjustment no problem lah. It's like a normal rim brake thing lah.
Okay.
Yeah, just change the pads and stuff.
Do you think there are any aero benefits of having the brakes behind the fork?
I not felt it before,
Okay.
so I can't comment on this. Yeah, man.
Is the Propel value for the price?
Yes, I'll say it's a value for money bike. If you come from a fixie background, this has the aggressive geometry, so it feels like a fixie actually. Yeah, but with an aero feel. Yeah.
This is a punny question. What propels you?
What propels me? Okay, this bike. Each time I cycle this bike, it makes me happy. Yeah, so far it's like a kid again lah. So each time I'm riding this, I'm actually smiling. Like it's a fun bike to ride lah. That's the most important. It propels me forward.
Okay. Does the flat pedals add to any aero benefits that outweighs the power transfer from clipless pedals?
Okay, this one I can't comment on this because I'm so used to flat pedals more than clipless, and I personally feel flat is better for me. And aerodynamics wise, I don't think there's an issue with both because anyway your shoes are being, the shoes really cover the pedals really, so there's no aerodynamic from there lah.
Is this bike better than any other Continental brands out there?
Okay, I've tried much more expensive bikes lah. To me, I think they felt the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel personally, I feel road bikes they feel the same. They are very light to cycle. But important is the fit, whether it fits you. Is it meant for you? Because this kind of bikes the geometry is quite aggressive, so it might not suit for certain people. Yeah.
One thing about the Propel that I don't really fancy is the head tube angle and the
It's
seat tube.
ugly,
It's
right?
like very bent backwards.
Yeah, correct.
Like that.
Yes, correct. It's a bit ugly, and then the cornering also quite bad actually, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think because of the angle of the forks, the way it angled it. When you corner on this, you can buang one. It's actually quite dangerous to corner. So I got to do the front leg to do that kind of thing. When I'm testing out my friend's Super 6, wow, it turns like a dream, man.
Right.
Wow, very very nice to corner.
Okay.
Yeah, but on this, it's very buang. Yeah,
So
quite
is that
dangerous.
Sorry. So is that the only thing you dislike about this bike?
Yes, that's the thing that I hate about this bike, is the cornering part.
Okay.
Yeah, and then at times, right, my pedal actually is very close to the wheel, as you can see. Sometimes I might my toe can hit the tires lah.
Is it because the wheelbase is very short?
Yes, the wheelbase is short, but especially on this bike compared to other bikes that I tried my friend's one, is not so bad. Like example, when I'm doing this, when I'm...
And your feet might be a bit out, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes, a bit out only, then it will come out like this. Then it will langgar. Sometimes traffic light also, when I starting up, because when you are standing up and you are sprinting when green light, so sometimes you will turn your handle a bit like that. Then it will sure langgar a bit. Sometimes will langgar one.
That is the problem with compact frames actually.
Yeah, correct. It's something to get used to it lah. Yeah, but the benefit is actually compact frame is actually very nice cycle. You can maintain a very nice speed and distance lah.
Yeah. Sorry, we forgot to mention what is the size of the bike and what's your weight, height.
Okay, I'm actually 168. I'm 168 and this is a S size. I don't know what's the number for Giant but this is the second smallest size from the lineup. Okay. Smallest one is XS, I think. Okay. If I recall. I don't know if there's XXS. I don't think so. There should be XS and S, and then M, L, something like that. Okay. Yeah.
What will be the next upgrade?
Next upgrade, I think none. To be honest, this is the max I can go on this really. To upgrade other more things is unnecessary really. Yeah, nothing to upgrade to be honest. Okay. Just the whole bike.
Right. Yeah. So I know you mentioned that you wanted to get a Madone. Yeah. What are your top 3 bikes on your list?
Okay, Madone definitely is out already because I cannot reject it. And then I'm looking at System 6, Canadian System 6, or the Aeroad.
Aeroad?
Yeah, Canyon Aeroad.
Oh.
Yeah, but after seeing my friend has a lot of issues with the Aeroad, like it's after sales issue like sometimes recall issues. I have to change the
seat post.
Yeah, seat post, everything. I'm a bit scared lah, but usually shouldn't be an issue lah. But definitely, if the price is right, if they have stocks, I might consider getting an Aeroad lah.
Right.
Yeah.
So technology, if you're watching this video, give this man a Madone, man. He wants to buy a Madone. He's willing to splurge his 10,000, 20,000, but you don't
actually,
let
I
him give you a
prepare
chance.
7, 8 really around there. Yeah.
Is it that cheap?
Yeah, the SL6.
Oh.
Maybe it's the cheap version, so that's why they don't want to entertain me. Sorry, guys.
I've had that experiences as well. Like sometimes I go to a fancy shop, right, just to buy one small part, and then they'll be like, it's okay, never mind, we don't have it. But in the actual fact, I know they have it. They just don't want to order it
they
for
don't
me.
want to sell, yeah, that's the thing.
Because it's not worth their time or whatever, which I think is very not ethical. I mean, you already sold me your expensive bike, but you don't want to buy me. You don't help me get the small parts.
Yeah, shouldn't never reject
the customer.
Right? I've been doing a customer service for a very long time. Once you reject a customer, they will never come back. This is one thing to avoid.
I've rejected people on my show though.
Oh,
is that
they
bad
will
customer service?
They will be a hater, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
they will thumbs down.
Cannot please everybody lah, unfortunately.
Yeah, no choice lah.
Yeah. So okay, Hafiz, anything else you want to talk about the bike?
So far, no lah at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, thanks so much for coming out, man.
Thanks, man. Going cycle later.
Oh, awesome! It's super hot actually. I'm burning in this mask. I want to end it so I can take out the mask. Okay, hey, that's it. See you guys next week. Bye bye.